Hello everyone and welcome to this top 10 open world games coming out in 2016 video. Now this video is in no particular order, this top 10 is completely random, so yeah, if you do end up enjoying this video, please remember to smack that like button. And now let's get into number 10, and the game is CONAN Exiles. Now this is going to be an open world survival game based on the Conan the Barbarian franchise. There isn't too much footage of this game out there, but from what we've seen in the concept trailer, it does look pretty damn epic and it does have me very excited for this game. Now the development team said along with just the online mode, there is a single player, which is awesome news to hear, especially when there are a lot of games out there now not focusing on single player and story, which is kind of annoying. But to find out that there will be a story along with a multiplayer online mode, that is awesome. On top of that, the online mode will allow for open and private servers, so that's just awesome right there, which will allow basically anyone to have their own server. But anyway, now let's move on to number 9 on our list, which is Ghost Recon Wildlands. This is another game that we're not even sure when it will officially come out. It is slated for this year / 2017, so it could come out next year, but I'm hoping it does come out in 2016. Basically, look at Ghost Recon Wildlands and imagine The Division, but in like a bigger world and more combat / teamwork focused, and it's just so much more in depth with everything. I actually saw this game behind scenes at E3 and I've been excited since, and it's just a truly amazing game from what I saw in that 30 to 40 minute preview. The world is truly massive and it wasn't even finished from what we had seen at that point. They were still working on certain things and there was just like a train line that you could see go through the entire world. Basically you would have deserts on one end, valleys on the other, then you have a forest, and it just kept going, and there was even parts of the world that were very populated metropolitan, which was amazing. And as I said, I'm not even sure if this game's going to be out in 2016, but hopefully it does make it out this year and no more Ubisoft delays like we've had with their past few AAA titles. But anyway, now let's move to number 8. And this game is one that's going to infuriate most because it is Dark Souls 3. We all know the Dark Souls franchise. It's full of rage, but it's full of incredible challenges. Personally, my favorite part of the Dark Souls franchise, aside from raging constantly at it, is that it does offer a great story. You're in there for hours upon hours just playing this game, dying, respawning, and then constantly trying to further on the story. It's definitely not a game for everyone. It's very difficult, so if you do like challenges, you will enjoy this. And additionally, on top of that, it's the same development team as the Bloodborne team. So if you've actually played Bloodborne, you'll notice that there have been a lot of changes from the old Dark Souls games to Bloodborne, and they're bringing those changes to the new Dark Souls 3, which is awesome news right there. But now let's move on to number 7 on our list, which is Mafia 3. This time around, 2K games are doing something different. It's not actually a mafia, but instead you have your own criminal organization. It is a new setting in the city of New Orleans, and it's got a whole new feel to the game, which I love. We've seen some gameplay here and there, some trailers here and there, and from what I'm getting, this does feel like New Orleans, but it is reimagined, which is just great. And also from the trailers and the gameplay that we have seen from Mafia 3, this does look like it is going to be the best looking Mafia game to date, and the location does definitely add to that because it does give it a new feel, as I said. Personally, I think the story could be a lot more interesting this time around, even though it's not picking up from where it really left off last time. And the reason I say that is because you're no longer in a mafia, but rather in a gang that you've created, which is just cool to think about. So we'll have to wait and see where this game does go. But now we go to number 6 on the list, which is YAKUZA 6. This game is actually an exclusive to the PS4 and it looks better than ever. We've actually been receiving quite a lot of gameplay online, which is always appreciated because you can actually get a feel for what the game will really be like. And from that gameplay, it looks like they've actually improved, which is amazing because the Yakuza games are known for just really good gameplay. They've been improving the gameplay over the years, so if you haven't played since like Yakuza 2 or 3, you're probably missing out quite a bit, and it's going to be a huge advancement. Now some people look at the Yakuza franchise and think, hey, it's GTA but like the Japanese version, but this actually has more of an RPG element to it than GTA does. I honestly think this is going to be the best Yakuza game to date. If they can string together the great gameplay with a really awesome and engaging story, it's going to be amazing. But now let's move on to number 5 on our list, which is Final Fantasy 15. This game has been in development for pretty much for ages really, and hopefully that helps the game. The combat system actually looks promising this time round, and it looks like it is going to work and actually better the game, which is awesome to know. One big thing I've noticed from what we have seen and what they've actually shown us is that the world plus the combat system look to work really well together, which is good. There isn't too much else to talk about this game, except I know a lot of fans of the Final Fantasy franchise would definitely pick this up, and then there's some people that are going to give this game a chance because of the name of the game. It is very different, it is very new. Hopefully they do something awesome, and hopefully the storyline is great. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But now let's move on to number 4, and it's Scalebound. If you haven't seen or heard of this game, you've missed out on quite a bit, and you should probably check it out. This game looks like it's going to be simply amazing. It looks epic, and I honestly have really high hopes for it. However, one of the downsides I do have is that it's only on Xbox One. It's an Xbox One exclusive, and it currently has no actual release date. The cool thing though is that it's the same development team who made Bayonetta and Vanquish, which is really promising. The crazy thing is, the world has dragons, yet it has technology, so it's a mix of like the future and the past, creating something really crazy and different. So we're not sure what to expect. It's not really set in the old days, it's not really set in the future, I don't know, it's kind of blending everything together, so that's going to be exciting to see where this game does go. But now, let's move to the top 3 with number 3, and that's Crackdown 3. And just before we do talk about Crackdown 3, just a friendly reminder that this is in no particular order. But anyway, this game is yet another Xbox One exclusive, just like Scalebound, but the cool thing about this game is it's using cloud computing to give the game more power. Actually, let me rephrase that. It gives the Xbox One more power by using cloud computing, which in turn makes the game look better and everything. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work. It's going to be the first big game, I think, that's going to use this. It'll definitely be interesting to see what Xbox can do with Crackdown 3, especially with the Crackdown games always being so fun, and hopefully that does translate to this game and also attaching itself to the cloud computing side of things and making the game look a lot better. One of the things I've noticed in the videos that we have seen of this game is that it definitely does improve on destructible environments. Now, we're not sure how destructible the environments will actually be in Crackdown 3, but from what we have seen in the trailers and everything, it does look like it will be destructible this time around to a different extent. And finally, there's still no actual release date for Crackdown 3 at the time of recording this video, but I am hoping that it doesn't come out in November, because I feel like it would get lost in that November Christmas period. Anyway, moving on to number 2 on our list, and it's Legend of Zelda, the Wii U edition. This game looks better than ever. It's more open world than ever, which is amazing. I seriously can't wait for this game, and I might actually go out and buy a Wii U just for it. Yes, I don't own a Wii U currently because I don't feel like there's anything for me to play on there personally. But the thing is, as I'm saying, Legend of Zelda Wii U does look like it's going to make me go out there, and I think it may make others go out there and get it. Now, one of the things that has also stood out to me in Legend of Zelda Wii U is that the world does seem like it's more westernized than other previous Zelda games. But anyway, we move to our number 1 game on this list, and doesn't mean it is the best game on this list, it's just listed as number 1. I did do this randomly, and this one has actually got quite a lot of hype. It is No Man's Sky. Now, this is not just an open world game, it's an open universe game. You explore generated planets that are just generated randomly. There are 18 quadrillion planets apparently in this game. They're constantly spawning and constantly recreating themselves and things like that, which is insane to even think about. There are different species of aliens on each planet. And each planet that you do go to, you create your own fate on each of those planets. You become a hero or a villain, and you could go to another planet and be a villain, and you go to another one, you're a hero, and it's crazy to think about. You can maybe even create armies on one, take it to another. It's just crazy to think about, and it's all online. Anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video of the top 10 open world games coming out in 2016 in no particular order. There are a bunch of other epic open world games coming out in 2016, so yeah, I probably could have mentioned them too, but yeah, there's just too many. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please remember to smack the like button. Also, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what upcoming open world game you're looking forward to most. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.